Imagine how awful it would be to receive a call saying your daughter's been shot and come down to the hospital right away. Well, a woman took that call in our next story, and in her case, it was a double dose of bad news. These women are on a mission to find a killer. For one, it's a job. For the other, it's an obsession. She has to find the person who murdered her daughter, Sherry Ann Culp.
On the night Sherry was murdered, she left her work by those side doors here, and she came down this sidewalk and walked down to her car. And before she could even get her keys in the ignition, someone came up from behind and shot her in the head twice, right through the glass. It was ambush. She didn't know what hit her.
I had thought that maybe she was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, got shot in the arm, got shot in the leg. I didn't want to think the worst.
But later at the hospital, the worst became her reality.
There were detectives everywhere. And this woman greeted me, and I said, "Where's Sherry? Where's my daughter? I want to see her." And she's okay. And the nurse said, "No, she's dead." And it was like a bullet had gone through my heart.
Sadly, this shooting was twice as tragic because Sherry was 8.5 months pregnant. Doctors did all they could, but 2 days later, the baby, now named Kelsey Morgan, also succumbed to injuries sustained in the shooting. Theories began flying instantly. Perhaps this was not a random attack. No one has been charged in the shooting, but Jane believes that a recent argument between Sherry and her ex-husband might have something to do with the execution. Sherry had been separated from Don for 3 years and was pregnant with her current boyfriend's child.
She had a conversation with her ex-husband that went something like this. She told him over the phone that she was pregnant, and Don said to her, "Well, you're not going to have this baby, are you? You're going to have an abortion."
But Sherry's ex-husband denies that phone call ever took place.
I, quite frankly, would find it very surprising for me to have a conversation with Sherry about whether or not she should keep the baby when I have absolutely nothing to do whatsoever with the baby, with her, or her life.
He has not been that cooperative with the police investigation. It does raise a suspicion. It makes you wonder.
Did you kill Sherry?
I had absolutely nothing to do with Sherry's death. None whatsoever.
With no hard evidence, Detective Lundberg has a tough case to solve.
Oh, it's frustrating, very frustrating. Almost everything has been exhausted, unless a call comes in and then I can go out and check that out.
As frustrating as it is, Jane Young will not let this story go away.
There is a murderer walking around out there, and we have got to find this person.
And we need your help. Here are the clues. Witnesses spotted this man in a late model maroon Ford Ranger pickup truck in the area around the shooting. He was also seen with a man who matches the description of the shooter. The gunman wore a dark jumpsuit and a dark-colored ski mask. You know anything about this case? Well, if you do, please call our hotline at 1-800-CRIME-TV. Now, I want to emphasize that Sherry Ann Culp's ex-husband isn't charged with this horrible crime. But whoever did it needs to start paying for it tonight. If you know anything at all about this murder, please call our hotline. Now, we need your help with lots more cases tonight, so don't go away. We'll be right back.